In a world that rewards attention, why do some people feel no need to show their lives to the world? Over 84% of young adults are actively sharing their lives on social media platforms. For the vast majority, posting has become the baseline for modern social participation. These platforms are designed to foster a specific belief that an experience lacks full validity until it has been documented, shared, and approved by a digital audience. This cultural conditioning creates a direct link between online visibility and personal value. In this environment, to be unseen is often equated with not existing at all. Yet there is a group of users who navigate these spaces differently. They consume content and maintain accounts, but they choose never to post pictures or personal updates of their own. Common assumptions suggest these individuals are inherently shy, socially anxious, or perhaps hiding something from their social circles. Clinical psychology offers a different perspective. Research suggests that for many, a lack of posting identifies a specific, highly secure psychological profile that operates outside the need for external likes. Choosing silence online indicates a level of psychological self-sufficiency that often goes unnoticed in a feed designed for performance. Active posters often engage in impression management, a psychological process of carefully curating a digital presence to influence how others perceive them. This is visible in subtractive strategies, like untagging a photo to protect a specific image. These actions are tools used to secure the validation that many rely on for their self-esteem. This diagram contrasts that need with an internal locus of evaluation. Individuals with this framework judge themselves by their own standards rather than outside feedback. This internal focus leads to self-concept clarity, reducing the requirement for likes to maintain security. When emotional security is generated internally, the social pressure to perform for a digital audience loses its influence over an individual's mood and self-worth. As noted in this text on social comparison theory, the interconnected nature of social networks amplifies the human drive to measure our lives against the standards of others. The data shows that 90% of women and 65% of men actively compare themselves to the people they see on social media. These research participants describe the direct impact of upward comparison. Measuring oneself against idealized influencers often triggers body dissatisfaction and an ongoing cycle of anxiety. Non-posters recognize this digital illusion. By maintaining digital silence, they make a conscious choice to step out of the comparison arena entirely. This silence functions as a defense mechanism, shielding the individual's mental space from the friction of constant social comparison. Staying quiet online doesn't mean a person lacks the fundamental human need to connect with others. Maslow's hierarchy of needs, illustrated by this portrait of Abraham Maslow, reminds us the drive for affiliation and intimacy is universal, regardless of personality type. Many introverts utilize platforms like TikTok strictly to watch and learn. They satisfy their social needs through observation, finding connection without the pressure to produce content. This approach helps them avoid context collapse, the psychological strain of having to perform a single identity for multiple social groups simultaneously. Both the active poster and the quiet observer are participating in valid, though different, emotional economies. Practicing digital silence allows for a recovery of the energy typically spent on online curation. It is the difference between the ongoing effort of being perceived online and the stability of simply being. In an environment that prioritizes constant visibility, withholding your personal data and image allows you to maintain ownership over your own narrative. For those seeking this sense of peace, there are practical ways to shift your digital experience without deleting your accounts. Diversifying your feed by unfollowing aspirational, idealized accounts can reduce the triggers for upward comparison. Following accounts based on genuine interests and shared stories trains the algorithm to provide a sense of connection rather than a sense of inadequacy. A quiet profile is often a sign of significant self-awareness. It suggests the user has found a way to feel connected and fulfilled without needing a public reaction to sustain that feeling. The people who share the least are not always hiding something. Sometimes they simply don't need the world to confirm who they are.